you've had a loss. Do you know what you feel? Do you? Because most of us feel overwhelmed. We feel incredible sadness, grief. We feel the loss of association with somebody. We feel angry, we feel sad. There's a whole wheel of emotions. And we know at any one moment what we feel, anger, sadness, whatever. But remember that they are all acting within us, because when grief kicks off its processes, all of this stuff happens. Frustration, all the who, what, why me kind of questions, what I did, what I didn't do. And so a lot of times we don't know what we feel because we're too busy in our heads. Our emotions are running away with us, and emotions and feelings are not the same things. And sometimes we have visceral feelings within us, like we feel nauseated, or physical things like we can't sleep, things that really make us feel. Or when we find a trigger, like a picture of a loved one, or we find an old toy, or some artifact, or some song that reminds us, we get a feeling inside of us, right? And that then tips off the emotions, whether it be anger or sadness, or sometimes joy, or whatever it is. It's then the emotion, right? So at any particular time, do you know what you're feeling? Because if you were like I was after I lost my son, my first son, my initial firstborn son in 2011, I didn't know what I felt. I felt so much. I was overwhelmed with feeling, and I didn't know how to deal with it. I was overwhelmed by dealing with the overwhelm. What do we do about this? Well, the first thing is we got to find some grounding, right? When we don't know first of all, we have to recognize we are not feeling right now. We are just reacting, responding. We're not even responding. Most of the time we're just reacting to a situation and with an emotion. But what's behind that emotion? Is it hurt? Is it anger? And how do we express that anger in a way that's not only appropriate for ourselves, but for somebody else? So we have to really sit back and get a little bit introspective in terms of what we're feeling. And when we get in touch with that feeling, just sit with it for a minute. Try to listen to it. Try to see what it's trying to tell you. Is the sadness because, you were with this person for 40 years or with 20 years, or didn't have enough time with this person? Is it because you're angry at the world? Is it because this brings up all kinds of questions about yourself, in relationship to the loss? Were you good enough? Were you not good enough? Did you do enough? Did you not do enough? All that kind of stuff. So you really got to get in touch with what is going on and sit with that and say, okay, now I realize what's really going on. I'm feeling, let's say, super sad right now because I'm missing my son. So we breathe through that. We breathe into that. We've now recognized the root of what we're feeling, right? And when there's all kinds of emotions flooding us at one time or another, just going around and around and around and around, it's hard to A, stop ourselves, and B, not want to, this feels so uncomfortable, we want to run from it. But the best thing is to try to let's get the top thing, the low-hanging fruit, right? Let's say there's 55 things going on: anger, sadness, depression, all that stuff. Okay, what feeling am I feeling right now? And then sit with that and spend some time in observation of it. Oh, what's that mean? That's some crazy California term. No, sit. What is really going on inside of me? What is happening? Why am I feeling this? What caused me to feel this? Oh, well, I saw this picture which reminded me of this time, and I remember how great a time that was, and now I just can't imagine I'm not going to have that time again with this person. And so what do I do? Okay, first I breathe and I realize that that's the cause. And it's sad. And so it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel all kinds of things. What matters is how we respond to those feelings, right? So now the next step is to respond. Okay, I'm sad. What am I going to do with this sadness? Am I going to sit here all day with it? Sometimes that's appropriate. Am I going to go talk to a friend because I'm really feeling down? Am I going to go and try to maybe take a walk because I just need to get away from this or get outside of myself? So that's our response. And then once we spend some time in the reflection of that and understand what's going on, then we can make a behavioral step towards change. And so that's easier to do. These kinds of things are easier to do when you work with somebody else. By the way, I ask you here, if you're getting something out of this video, please subscribe to this channel or like it or share this video with somebody else, because many people are dealing with these kinds of things and they just don't know what to do, or they're dealing with a loss and don't know how, and this is kind of how we help people, and it's my purpose for being here, to help people. So thank you very much. So back to once we are within ourselves and kind of grounded, and we can take the first step. The first step, it's not going to be no magic life-changing thing, but hey, now I recognized what happened when this came about. And now I know this feeling, and this feeling is not foreign to me. And what do I typically do with this feeling? Is it appropriate? Does it work for me? Does it work for others? And then we can start to process that feeling and really, if you're working with somebody else, you can explore that even deeper, because lots of times we can't access these kind of reflectional times when we're in grief. But as we do that more and more, we begin to change the rollout of grief in any particular moment. When we change the rollout, then we feel a little bit more in control, because typically grief is driving the bus. It's got us out of control. When we feel more control, then we can again go back to reflection, because it's like a feedback system, and say, okay, now what is really true for me? Am I safe? Yes. Do I have a roof over my head? Yeah, probably most of you do watching this. What could I have done in this situation different? Likely nothing. And really begin to rationalize what's happened and change our behavior about that. So I hope you found that helpful. It seems so obvious, but it's not, and it's very difficult, hard work to do. So I encourage you to go down that road, or give a provider a call, or work with somebody. And in the meantime, I encourage you to first survive, then to strive, and eventually maybe even thrive. Good luck on your grief journey, and remember to share and subscribe to this channel.